against Fox. Fox needs to just overwhelm him with his speed, but Ganondorf has some serious reach on his attacks and a really good crouch canceling game. Also, Ganondorf has some really good ledge guarding options that are really easy to execute against Fox. I still think Fox overall wins this matchup, but it's not as bad as you'd actually think. Battlefield. I don't think either character is completely advantaged here. Fox doesn't get to ride up the side, so that does affect his recovery a little bit. Gives him a little bit less options. Although Ganondorf can also get stuck underneath, so that's also not good. It's 8-9-0, 6-7-8. Shane Grabs actually lost to this guy last time, and I feel like this time he's going to play a little bit more carefully. And remember what Ganondorf can actually do to him. I feel like after last time, he has a little bit more matchup knowledge. He's really close right now. He's playing a lot more carefully this time. I think last time he didn't realize how much reach Ganondorf really had on a lot of his moves. And there was an SD. I feel like he should have tried to just go up and just tried to eat an attack that could have happened. He needs to be careful of that. That was a good neutral air. I feel like that could have been an up smash. He needs to be careful here. That was a good edge guarding game from a perfect up smash. Good punish. Didn't quite sweet spot the ledge like he wanted to. Let's see Shane's down with a few wave dashes. I feel like using like a wall of back airs with Fox might not work as well against Ganondorf because Ganondorf has a lot of reach. Problem with Fox is he's really light, so he dies really early to Ganondorf's moves. It's an interesting combo, just a jab right after it. Gives a little bit more damage. I feel like this Fox is trying to play a little more safely now. He needs to jump out of those shines. I feel like that should have probably been an up air. This Ganondorf's definitely playing pretty well. He's definitely holding his own against a much faster opponent. He's really heavy, so he can eat up Fox's moves a lot easier than Fox can eat up Ganondorf's. That was a good shine spike from Fox. Evening it up a little bit more now. Fox does have 56%, which a lot of Ganondorf's attacks can actually KO pretty easily at that percentage, so this Fox needs to be careful. I feel like Ganondorf has the upper hand a little bit in this, at this percentage right now. Fox really needs to work on approaching, I think. That was a good up smash. It wasn't a good KO move, but it did a lot of damage. It helped even up the stocks a bit, or even up the match a bit. This is getting close to KO percentage for both of them, really. I feel like that shouldn't have. I feel like that down air could have worked if Fox was. Well, Fox is still a fast faller, so you can't really KO him vertically very easily, actually. And that's actually where Ganondorf's down air actually KOs vertically. So against Fox, I would think like a forward or back air would actually be a better KO option. That was a good up smash from Fox. He's definitely evening up now. Fox really just needs to utilize his speed and ability to wave shine against this guy. I'm not sure if Shane Grabs is as good at wave shining yet, so wave shining can be kind of dangerous if you don't actually know how to do it yet. That was good. He can't let himself get hit by that. That was a good down smash. Good up smash. Oh, that's it. That's gonna be the stock. Alright, Michael takes the first with Ganondorf. Michael's just not giving Shane Grabs a lot of room. He's making Ganondorf look like a fast character, kind of. I think the Fox might not be utilizing his speed quite enough. I feel like he's just throwing out a lot of back airs, which you can't really do that against Ganondorf. You have to play a little more calculated against Ganondorf, because he wants you to just try to approach and just throw things out, kind of. Ganondorf has a lot of reach. Alright, Pokemon Stadium, probably probably Fox's best stage, and there's a big platform. I think the transformations benefit Fox a lot. There's a short ceiling, which doesn't really benefit Ganondorf too much. Or at all, really. I don't think any of Ganondorf's main moves against Fox are really vertical KOs. It was a good back air. I think just one up air will probably do it. Or that'll be the stock. So it looks like Shane Grabs is coming back a little bit in this round. I think he's starting to respect Ganondorf's power and range a little bit more than just because Ganondorf's relatively so. He has some really fast moves. He's actually deceptively fast. His dash speed and jumping is pretty mediocre, if not subpar, but he actually has some pretty fast attacks, and that crouch cancel game is actually great with Ganondorf. And Ganondorf actually doesn't have the absolute best vertical resistance, just because he actually doesn't fall that fast. So he's really heavy, but he actually has a lot less than, like, I'm pretty sure even Falco actually has better vertical resistance than Ganondorf does, because Ganondorf doesn't fall very fast at all. Ganondorf's actually in a pretty bad position where he is. Fox can actually probably drill shine right into this and wave shine him into the wall, but that's only if he can. Although Ganondorf can use an up air if he reads Shane trying to get to him, so they might just wait this out. I think another problem with Shane Grabs, he's having some troubles teching, it looks like. I feel like Michael's really punishing all the dash attacks Shane Grabs is throwing out. With Fox and Falco, I feel like their dash attack is kind of mediocre. It's not terrible, but you kind of have to overshoot it to make it work. That was an interesting combo, but it kind of worked out. It was basically, I think that was probably Shane Grabs' only real option to try to follow anything up at that point. It was probably kind of dangerous, but it worked out, so. I feel like Shane Grabs is doing a much better job at finding out their opponent at this point. That was a good... I have to say, Ganondorf's down tilt really has a huge reach. It's actually really one of his probably best moves, really, with his crouch cancel game. Ganondorf's really heavy, so he can crouch cancel really high percentages. That was a good back air. Clean KO from Michael. That was an interesting chain grab. I'm not even sure if Fox really gets a chain grab on Ganondorf, but I feel like the Ganondorf didn't. It's so fast, I don't think the Ganondorf was able to DI in time. That was a good neutral air. I think against Ganondorf, I think throwing out a few neutral airs a little bit overshot could be good, because then you can't really crouch cancel it into like a down tilt, and if you go a little bit past him, he's just whittling Ganondorf's percentage up. I think Ganondorf's starting to throw out some forward and backers. That's probably his best option against Fox, really. Fox dies really early to those moves. Those moves are very powerful and really fast. And they actually have a lot more reach than they look, too. That was a good option from Ganondorf. That was a good double, I don't even know what you call that, ledge roll. What is that even called? I think he was trying to get a shine spike there, but... Oh, that was a good back air. That was really good spacing from Ganondorf there. He's perfectly spaced himself to be able to grab the ledge, but also avoid the up smash. Now, I think this really is in Shane Grab's favor right now. But of course, Fox dies really early in this matchup, and Ganondorf dies relatively late, so he's not necessarily completely going to lose. But this is definitely in Shane's favor right now. A down B is a decent move to throw out sometimes. It's actually pretty easy to punish, but it's so fast. Sometimes you can throw people off with that. Shane Grabs needs to not like. I think to win this match, Shane Grabs needs to not try to force KOs. He needs to keep playing like he has been. Because Michael's really getting his damage up now. That was an interesting down air, really easy to punish. Oh, and Shane Grabs gets the second game. I feel like he's starting to figure out his opponent a little bit better. I honestly have no idea how the next match could go because both these players, they seem pretty equally matched, really. I wonder what I don't know what match I would assume that against Fox, Yoshi's story could still probably be Ganondorf's best stage, but Fox is so fast you can kind of get overwhelmed on that stage. Any character against Fox on Yoshi's story can really get overwhelmed, but I think Ganondorf's approach. I think stages. So I think that Shane Grams will probably ban, I would think, Yoshi's or Fountain of Dreams. So it looks like he's going against Marth. I'm not sure how Michael's Marth plays, but I think maybe he thought his Ganondorf was outclassed in the last match, so he's trying to switch to Marth. I do think Marth is a better matchup against Fox than Ganondorf does. Now this is a really volatile map for this. Most people argue this is pretty even matchup, Fox and Marth. Marth can really keep Fox's speed at bay with his own speed and also just because of his reach. Marth can really trap spaces on those top platforms. They both get really early kills on this stage too. Both blast zones are very small on this stage. That was a good ledge hop nair. I feel like that up B should have waited a little longer. That was not well spaced for doing that. That was a good back air from Fox. Some double lasers. I think he tried to get Randall there. I think he was trying to avoid the The thing is, a Marth that doesn't know how to swat the ledge perfectly can be punished very hard by either Spacey, really, because some double lasers from Fox. Trying to camp him out a little bit. That's a problem with Marth. Marth has no projectile, so you can kind of force him to approach, but Marth has a great approach, too, so it's not exactly always a bad thing for Marth, either. Marth has a really good dash dance, and that was an interesting no-show, but it was shielded. I feel like he could have maybe followed it up with like a shine. Kara? Oh, she went to get Taco Truck for everybody. Perfect up air from Fox. This is definitely in Fox's favor, but I think I think he needs to avoid the side platforms because Marth basically gets free tippers on the side platforms. That's where Marth really shines on this stage. Is below the two side platforms because he gets free tippers basically there. Fox is really just trying to work really hard for stage control on this stage. It's a really small stage, so having control of it means you control everything on the stage if you control this tiny stage. That was a good spacing on Fox. Good getaway attack with a good getting away from me attack from Marth with the forward tilt. Good tech from Fox. I feel like that up smash was that could have worked, but the Marth definitely saw that what it was coming. This Marth does know what Fox can do to him, so he's being careful. I feel like ledge hopping with Fox against Marth is pretty dangerous because Marth can really punish it with his reach. I thought that might have been a KO, but not. That's going to be a KO. So Fox is definitely in the lead here, but this is Yoshi's story, so this is extremely volatile for both. And that was an SD from Michael. Right idea with the spike. I think he tried to land on the stage after that. Could have evened it up, but Shane Grabs takes it.
Actually, yeah. Zach, what was the code in Oakdale where we got all those small CRTs?
It was Hope Chest, I think. That's what it was called. Okay, so who's next in this? Those are some good games.